Priscilla. God, I'm sorry.
Lucky turned out to be a sharper, more entertaining crime thriller than its just okay early buzz had any right to suggest, hiccups and all. It's not prestige-level perfect, but it absolutely earns a spot on your worth the binge Apple TV list. So picture this. I hit play on Lucky, expecting another disposable mid-tier crime drama, with a great cast doing the heavy lifting, and a story I'd forget by next week. Instead, I got swept into a neon-lit cross-country con game, led by Luciana Lucky Armstrong, a woman raised in the art of scamming who suddenly finds every bad decision she's ever made sprinting right back at her. From the opening chaos in Las Vegas to the final episode, the show keeps throwing new complications at Lucky, and the fun of the series is watching whether she can talk, scheme, or scrap her way out of each one. On the surface, Lucky is a classic heist gone wrong thriller, a multi-million-dollar score, a betrayal, and a fugitive on the run from both the FBI and a ruthless crime boss. Underneath that, it's about a young woman trying to outrun the version of herself her con artist father trained her to be, while the world keeps insisting she's nothing but the scams she pulled. The series is based on Marissa Stapley's 2021 novel, and the adaptation leans hard into Lucky's tug-of-war between survival instincts and the tiny, fragile hope of redemption. Anya Taylor-Joy is the engine of this show. She plays Lucky as a woman whose brain is always 3 moves ahead, even when her life is completely on fire. She shifts from terrified to predatory to heartbreakingly vulnerable in seconds, and the series milks that unpredictability for most of its best moments. Surrounding her is a stacked ensemble: Timothy Oliphant as her imprisoned grifter dad, John, Annette Bening as mob boss Priscilla, and Anjan Ellis-Taylor as FBI agent Billy Rand, the relentless bloodhound on Lucky's trail. It's one of those casts where even the supporting players, like Clifton Collins Jr. as Enforcer Dutch, feel like he's got entire movies' worth of story behind his dark shades. Lucky is structured as a 7-episode limited series, and it really leans into that one big story, no filler mentality. The pacing starts in a sprint: Las Vegas chases, quick change disguises, Lucky MacGyvering her way out of tight spots with a Zippo lighter and whatever junk she can grab. It's a fast-paced, aggressively entertaining thriller, and that tracks. This show wants you slightly breathless, slightly skeptical, and constantly asking, okay, but how is she getting out of this one? Now, let's talk about episode 4, because that's where the series stumbles the hardest. The episode centers around a fatal car crash during a high-stakes chase, a moment designed to raise the emotional and physical stakes for Lucky in a brutal way. Carrie's choices in this episode, swinging between Secret Heart of Gold and Makes Absolutely Terrible Decisions, feel more plot convenient than character true, and you can feel the writing straining to force a tragic turning point. For me, episode 4 is where the series briefly loses its balance, trading clever tension for melodrama. But it does manage to realign afterward and use that tragedy to push Lucky into a more desperate, interesting space. One of the smartest things about Lucky is how it treats crime as a kind of inherited curse. Lucky is the daughter of a lifelong con man who taught her to lie, cheat, and disappear, and her husband, Carrie, grew up inside the very crime family that helped steal and launder the money they're now running with. The show plays with that tangled family tree: Lucky chasing answers about the mother she's been lied to about, Carrie caught between loyalty and survival, and mob matriarch Priscilla pulling strings with the calm menace of someone who's built an empire on other people's pain. By the time the series starts connecting Lucky to the broader network of people she's hurt and been hurt by, it's less about the heist and more about whether someone born into this world can ever really walk away clean. tonally, Lucky sits in that Apple TV sweet spot: slick production, modern noir lighting, and a thriller-first, character-drama-second vibe that feels designed for weekly cliffhangers. It's created by Jonathan Troper and produced by a team that includes Reese Witherspoon and Anya Taylor-Joy herself, and you can feel the confidence of people who understand how to structure an addictive 7-episode run. Lucky often promises more than it can deliver, but it never lets the audience down when it comes to action and intrigue. In other words, if you show up for sharp set pieces, charismatic performances, and a fun crime ride, you're going to eat well, even if a few character beats and episode 4 choices leave you side-eyeing the writer's room. Lucky isn't the kind of series that will redefine crime television, but it is the kind that sneaks up on you, starting like just another heist show and ending as a messy, engaging story about a woman fighting the worst parts of her upbringing while the world tries to drag her back down. Thanks to Anya Taylor-Joy's magnetic lead performance and a killer supporting cast, the series survives its episode 4 misstep and sticks the landing as a stylish, fast-moving limited thriller that's more than just fine background viewing and less than absolute masterpiece, which honestly is a pretty sweet spot for a midweek binge. Rating 7 out of 10. Binge now on Apple TV. Hey, want more Wright Flicks reviews? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it.